So after I took it, I said, "Oh, they just made her to be just a hoe. She kicking with both them in the camp."
You mentioned Steve Harvey.
Yes.
And the divorce rumors.
Yes.
The conversation went that Steve Harvey was getting a divorce from his wife, Marjorie Harvey. She was getting a $200 million settlement. I even saw one talk about how much she was getting.
Right.
And she was sleeping with the bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. And the chef.
And the chef.
Right.
Your reaction when you first heard that?
I said, that can't. At first I was like, wow. And then when I took the emotion out to actually see, because most people read to reply, they don't listen to they don't read to comprehend. So after I took it out, I said, oh, they just made her to be just a hoe. She kicking with both them in the camp. So once I read that Steve Harvey got in on one of his friends and said, no, that's not true.
Right.
And I said, wow, it's interesting how this clout chasing and people want to be famous and do anything to want to be famous. I'm here to tell any comic, don't try to piggyback off another comic. You got to work hard, because at the end of the day, you still got to be funny.
You still got to deliver.
You still got, same thing. We talk about the same thing. You still got to deliver. You still got to be funny. Like, you can do all the gimmicks, all you want. You can say, you still got to be funny.
Now, with the Steve situation, it also seemed as if people were kind of waiting for that not to work out.
You saw that, right? Because people were happy. Like, they was going in on Steve. F you, and blah, blah, that's what you get. And respect for your elders and respect for people is at an all-time high, disrespectful. All time. Because I saw some of them comments. They was going in on Steve.
Why is Steve a punching bag?
I don't know.
Is it success?
I have nothing against him. I just think, I can't say jealousy, because it wasn't comedians, it was just really regular people. You know what I mean? Don't know, my man.
Because it seemed like, and I'll try to like throw my perspective on it. It seems that because Steve has preached.
Yes.
Kind of like anytime you put yourself in like the perfect, like I'm the perfect representation, be like me.
Right.
It puts a pressure on the receiver of like, oh, maybe my stuff is not all together.
Right.
So maybe when I can poke a hole at you, it somewhat makes me feel a little bit normal. Like, okay, you're not Superman. You're not your marriage. Do you think if Steve was to get an actual divorce, would it take away his books and stuff of being this relationship guy?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because they look at him as he knows what he's talking about. And I think it would hurt him. Yep, I really do. And I think Steve is smooth, so I think that he'll hold on to the young lady. I don't know why she want to venture out now, you know?
Yeah, and I've seen that too.
Some people that have respect if it's still there. When you marry someone and that person breaks up, and you know, like, there's some people who would do it. I wouldn't do it. Like, if she broke up with Steve and the other people like, yeah, let's get together, go out. People do it all the time. I wouldn't do it. No.
Yeah. Yeah, my perspective was I don't know what she, and not to say that we know the ins and outs of the relationship, but it kind of feels like at that age, you know, we rocking, things is moving. Why would we, what would we do to top this a little bit?
Right. Everybody's different. I respect people in relationships. I'm one that it's hard to put my life in someone else's hands. That's just me. And I'm gonna leave it like that.